There has been multiple legends and stars to grace the courts of the NBA, but there has been no other player coming close to reaching the title of greatest of all time except his earnest, Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player to ever play in the NBA. Here are the top 3 reasons why Michael Jordan is the greatest NBA player of all time. His airness, Michael Jordan, dominated one of the most toughest basketball eras, the 90s, which is known for its tough hands-on defense. An era where you could literally clothesline a player and not get ejected out of the game. An era where he played against guys like David Robinson, aka the Admiral, a player who averaged 21 points per game and 10.5 rebounds per game, and went toe-to-toe with the biggest and brightest stars in the game. Michael also played against Hakeem Olajuwon, a player who didn't see NBA glory until after Jordan left the Bulls. Jordan had to also play against the 7-foot center out of Louisiana State University, Shaquille O'Neal, who led the Orlando Magic alongside guys like Penny Hardaway and Horace Grant, Jordan's former teammate. Charles Barkley, a player who would win the '93 MVP race, but ultimately fall in the NBA Finals against Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. Shawn Kemp, a 6-time NBA All-Star who alongside Gary Payton lost the '96 NBA Finals to no other than his airness. Alonzo Mourning, a player renowned for his tremendous shot blocking ability, whose claim to fame would eventually come in 2006 with the Miami Heat. And the mailman Karl Malone, who along with Hall of Famer point guard John Stockton, lost to Jordan in 2 straight back-to-back NBA Finals. During the 90s, there has only been one time when Jordan played a full NBA season and didn't win the chip. In total, there has only been 2 times when Jordan was in the league in the 90s and didn't take the championship home. The 89-90 season when the Detroit Pistons went back-to-back, and the 94-95 season when Jordan made his return just enough time for playoff action. There has been no dominance in the competitive era that replicates that of Jordan, not even from guys like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, or even Stephen Curry.
Makes him so good. Here he comes the other way. There's your first James Jam of his career side. My son Williams. 7 points in 58 seconds.
I think that just goes to show you how much of an impact Jordan had on the league, and he did it without an all-star stacked team as well. In Jordan's career with the Chicago Bulls, he's won the NBA title 6 times, both of which were three-peats. The team of the early 90s consisted of guys like B.J. Armstrong, who was a pretty good guard coming off the bench with a strong 3-point shot, John Paxson, a guard who's most known for securing the Bulls' 3rd championship with a game-winning 3-point shot against the Phoenix Suns in '93, Horace Grant, who was a solid defender and rebounder, and the 2nd greatest big man to play with Jordan, and guys like Bill Cartwright, Will Perdue, and of course Jordan's right-hand man Scottie Pippen. Together this team would win the first 3 of the eventual 6 titles. During the Chicago Bulls championship reign of '96 through '98, the Bulls team consisted of fresh new faces such as Dennis Rodman, who was a 2-time Defensive Player of the Year award winner, and a player who got the best of Jordan in the '89 and '90 Eastern Conference Finals as a member of the Bad Boy Pistons. Steve Kerr, a deadly 3-point shooting guard who would win the Bulls their 5th championship against the Utah Jazz. Tony Kukoc, a Croatian forward who before his tenure with the Bulls was a 3-time EuroLeague champion and MVP. Ron Harper, a solid defensive guard whose career was hampered by injuries, and a supporting cast of guys like Luke Longley, Bill Winnington, and Judd Buechler. Together, this team will win rings 4 through 6 with the Chicago Bulls.
Out front to the man, Michael Jordan. Jordan up top, fake left, go right. He's there, lay it up, score it easily. Wow. Stockton inside of Carmelo, they double it. Jordan knocks it away from him. Jordan's got it. The Bulls can win it right here. The Bulls can win it. Unbelievable.
16 seconds left. Bulls down 1. Michael against Russell. 12 seconds. 11. 10. Jordan a drive. Hangs. Fires. Scores! He scores! The Bulls lead 87-86 with 5 2/10 left. And now they're one stop away. Oh my goodness.
During Jordan's tenure in the 90s with the Bulls, there has only been one other player to make the NBA All-Star team, which is no other than Scottie Pippen. During the 91 championship winning season, Jordan was the only player to make an NBA All-Star appearance. To take a cast of players who the league could deem as just okay, washed, or even injury prone, and lead them to 2 back-to-back NBA championships just goes to show the leadership and effect that Jordan had within the Bulls organization. During Jordan's 15-year NBA career, he would go on to average 30 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, and 2 steals per game. For 7 seasons in a row, Jordan would average over 30 points per game, only to be stopped by his abrupt retirement at the end of '93. Jordan was also an avid perimeter defender, hence why he has a Defensive Player of the Year award on his belt, and has been named 9 times to the NBA All-Defensive First Team. Jordan, in quotations, weakness was his three-point shooting, which isn't saying a lot since he was a tremendous finisher in a league full of dominant bigs. I mean, Jordan's career average from the arc was 32.7%, which is close to on par with the averages in the league today. Jordan even said he disliked shooting threes because it took away from the other facet of his game.
It's something that I don't want to excel at because it takes away from all phases of my game. My game is a fake drive to the hole, penetrate, dish off, dunk or whatever. And when you have that mentality, as I found out in the first game, of making threes, you don't go to the hole as much. You go to the three-point line and you start sitting there waiting for someone to find you. And that's not my mentality. And I don't want to create that because it takes away from my other parts of my game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, there it goes. These were my top 3 reasons on why I think Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player to ever play in the NBA. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe down below for more content. Also leave a comment on who you think the greatest basketball player is to ever play in the NBA.